Denny Hamlin, it's not getting old, in my opinion.
All right, and we are a go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 1 week of being out of the studio office for me because I was on vacation, we are back once again this week for live reactions as NASCAR's best are in Long Pond, Pennsylvania for the Great American Getaway 400 at the track known as the Tricky Triangle Pocono Raceway. 3 different corners, 3 different straights. The corners named after Trenton Speedway, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and the Milwaukee Mile. 14 degrees in turn 1, 8 degrees in turn 2, and 6 degrees in turn 3. It's slick, it's treacherous, and it could bite you very fast. We'll see what happens for 400 miles, 160 laps around this tricky triangle, 2.5-mile racetrack. And can anyone stop Denny Hamlin, who is like the king of this racetrack? We'll find out at the end of 400 miles. Yeah, clean air, speed, and fuel mileage are the kings of this track. Who gets the clean air and who can manage fuel the best at the end of this race to try to tame this racetrack? It's very treacherous around this place. You're having a bad weekend. Why is that, NASCAR fan? What's going on?
Kyle Larson. They have methodically been working their way into the equation.
Oh, you barely slept this weekend because of the 24 hours of Le Mans. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get it. I only saw parts. I only saw like the last bit of the 24 hours of Le Mans race. So I only saw the last bit of the 24 hours of Le Mans this morning. Oh. Anyways, it's time to get the command to fire engines here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. What?
Welcome to the Pocono Raceway! Happy Flag Day and happy 250th birthday, America! Gentlemen, start your engines!
Crank him up, gang! Crank him up! The engines roar to life here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania as NASCAR's best about to take on the 2.5 miles racetrack for 400 miles. The Great American Getaway 400 from Pocono Raceway coming up next on Prime. Oh, you're sick and your voice hurts. Your voice hurts and it's going away. Ouch. Hope you feel better soon, NASCAR fan. Hope you feel better soon. Happy 250th birthday to USA. Yeah, because this upcoming July 4th, this upcoming 4th of July, America turns 250 years old. But yeah, that command that was kind of awkward, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm with you on that, John. It was kind of awkward.
At Burger King, you tell us what goes on the menu.
We want to know what you want.
I want all the jalapenos on my Whopper. 3 layers of juicy, creamy, crunchy jalapeno. Try the loaded jalapeno Whopper today.
They said luxury was untouchable. We touched it anyway. This is pure horsepower stitched into the very fiber of your race day favorites. Our signature fragrance is Eau de Barbecue.
They did some modification to Bell's car where it helps him since he has a cast on. They did? I don't remember that, but what I do know is that if Christopher Bell's not able to finish the full race, Brandon Jones is on standby to take over Christopher Bell if he can't finish the race with that cast on. Oh, you saw it on Prime during the pre-race? Oh, I didn't catch that, unfortunately. But that's news to me. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Brandon Jones is on standby if Christopher Bell can't finish the full race. And I think the best option, if Brandon Jones takes over for Christopher Bell, would have to be under caution period, even though they might lose a couple laps, but still. What Bell said, it was the hardest crash in the next gen's era. Yeah, last week at Michigan, that was like a tough shot that both Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell took to the outside wall in Michigan. Yikes.
It's go time in the Poconos. NASCAR Live in Long Pond, Pennsylvania.
The night that broadcast at Le Mans, Kerry was so funny as commentators say things out of context. Oh my gosh.
Come on, get you some. It's that time of the year. Qualifying happened yesterday. Let's look at our starting grid. Presented by Pocono.
All right, here we go. The cars are now rolling on the track. Here's the starting lineup. No surprise, Denny Hamlin on pole and Kyle Larson to his outside. And row 2 finds Daniel Suarez, a great qualifying run for Suarez, and riding alongside him is Ty Grandpa Gibbs. Row 3 finds last year's winner Chase Briscoe and Christopher Buescher, who won this race in 2016 as a rookie. Row 4 finds Legacy Motor Club teammates John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones. Great qualifying runs for those guys. Rounding out the top 10 positions finds 2024 race winner Ryan Blaney and William Byron. Actually, Blaney, a two-time Pocono race winner. Row 6 finds the 2021 Pocono race winner Alex Bowman and Joey Logano to his outside. Row 7 finds Michael McDowell and Austin Hill. How about that for Austin Hill in the 33? Starting in the 14th position. Who did the chat pick for MVP, NWP? No surprise, Hamlin. I know. Now here we are. Row 8 finds Cole Custer and Tyler Reddick. Row 9 finds Austin Cindric and Zane Smith. And rounding out the top 20 positions is AJ Allmendinger and Josh Berry, which it was announced last week that Josh Berry will not return to Wood Brothers Racing next year. So he's a free agent going into 2027. Row 11 finds Christopher Bell and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Of course, Christopher Bell racing with that cast on his left wrist. Row 12 finds Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain. Chase Elliott, who won it here in 2022 off technicality. Row 13 finds Riley Herbst and Carson Hocevar. And as I was saying, Chase Elliott, who won this race in 2022 off technicality after Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch both were disqualified from finishing 1-2 because of taping the fascia, and they were both disqualified of their original finishing positions, and they finished second to last and dead last that year. And that gave Chase Elliott the victory that year. Anyways, row 14 finds Ty Dillon and Connor Zillage, who last week at Michigan crashed twice in the first 10 laps. The rookie slump continues for Zillage. Row 30 finds Todd Gillen and Noah Gragson. Row 16 finds SVG and Austin Dillon. Row 17 finds, it's criminal Cody Ware and Daniel Dye. Row 18 finds Ryan Preece and Casey Mears. All right. And to the rear, Brad Keselowski and Bubba Wallace rounding out the field in row 19. All right. That'll do it. You're already tired of the Toyotas winning? Yeah, not gonna lie, NASCAR fan, I am kind of tired of the Toyotas winning all the time, like half the time. Yeah, the other drivers in the Chevy and Ford camp, they really need to step it up. They really need to step it up. Since we're already past halfway through the regular season and the chase is on the horizon. Get ready for some more boogity time, boys. Yeah. And there goes the drivers down pit lane to test their pit speeds. Yeah, I don't know if you caught what Austin Hill is riding in that 33 car. It's the zone scheme. Austin Hill is riding the zone scheme in that 33 car. In my opinion, that zone scheme looks so cursed with the number 33 because we're so used to being the number 8 zone scheme for Kyle Busch. But since Kyle Busch has unfortunately passed away, it's Austin Hill in the 33 with that zone scheme. It looks so cursed. Wouldn't mind seeing another Toyota team win, just not Reddick or Hamlin. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, NASCAR fan. I'm kind of with you on that.
Similar this weekend, but the goal is different. We feel like we should be a championship contending team.
Yep, and they moved the race starting. They moved the starting time for this race up an hour because of potential weather in the area, which is a good move on Amazon Prime's part. Because if it were Fox covering this race, they would cancel this race immediately or postpone this race. Thankfully, that's not the case with Prime because they know how to take NASCAR seriously. But anyways, through turn 3 for the final time. What turn 4? Yeah, there it is. As the pace car makes the hard left turn onto pit lane, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson about to lead the field to the green flag in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Through the restart zone, green flag is in the air, and the Great American Getaway 400 is underway in the Pocono Mountains. Already, Tyler Reddick wasting no time around the high side, trying to go by Ryan Blaney on the high side, nearly contact with the outside wall, as everyone's jostling for position. And they're still side by side for the lead. Kyle Larson trying to take advantage from Hamlin, going into the tunnel turn for the first time. And Larson just clears Hamlin off turn 2, as everyone makes it through cleanly through the tunnel turn. Here comes Suarez around the high side of Hamlin, going into turn 3. And there goes Suarez by Hamlin for the second spot as Kyle Larson leads lap 1 here in Pocono. Nope, Hamlin's still hanging tough with Suarez on the inside. And look at Briscoe to the inside of his teammate Ty Gibbs trying to go for fourth. As this battle for second is still going on, Suarez still hanging tough around the high side. Looks as though he's finally going to clear Hamlin. Not quite as they go into the tunnel turn once again. My gosh, this battle's still going tough. Oh, not quite clear. Hamlin could not get the power down through turn 3. But he's still hanging tough on the inside of Daniel Suarez. Suarez is not letting him have that second position so easily. But this time, Hamlin finally clears him going into turn 1. And he just about took the nose off Briscoe's car, coming up right behind him. But while that was going on, Kyle Larson has opened up to about a 1.1 second lead over second place Hamlin. As here comes Brian Blaney to the inside of Tyler Reddick, as these two were still battling side by side ever since the start of this race. 3 wide. Look at Stenhouse on the inside of Cindric and Custer. Oh, watch out, watch out. A little bit of tight action going off turn 3 there. No harm, no foul. Meanwhile, this battle for fourth is still going on as Ty Gibbs is now going to the inside of Chase Briscoe. 2 Toyota teammates, or Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, going at it. And it looks as though Briscoe will hold off that challenge. Corner, momentum down the straightaways. Corner, momentum down the straightaways, Steve Letarte says. There's something flying on the track. Yeah, I noticed that. There's a lot of white stuff that's bouncing around the racetrack. A lot of white. I don't know if that's a piece of paper or paper towels. I don't know. That's a lot of white stuff that's bouncing on the track because of the amount of wind that these cars are producing once they whiz by. Meanwhile, looking at AJ Allmendinger now to the inside of Cole Custer. This is for the 20th position, I believe. Yes, it is. And Allmendinger will take that position with ease. As we're now looking at Christopher Bell, who is racing with that injured left wrist, doing the best he can with that cast on. Now he goes to the inside of Cole Custer, looking for the 21st position. And Bell cannot get the power down. He stays behind the 41. The biggest mover of this race so far, Bubba Wallace, up 10 positions. And right behind him, there's Brad Keselowski, who's moved up 9 positions. As this battle is going on between Bubba Wallace and Austin Dillon, as Josh Berry just got passed by Riley Herbst. And speaking of pass by, Austin Dillon gets by Bubba Wallace in the 23 there. It's deep in the field. And Bubba Wallace and Brad Keselowski running 29th and 30th so far. Still trying to make up all the ground that they lost after starting deep in the field. Whoa, 3 wide. Where are you going, SVG? Don't know what that was about. You know, Larry, I bet Boogity Detective Waltrip is enjoying every second this race. I bet. Oh, wait. Silent lap 8. Silent lap 8. We love you, KB. We miss you, bud. Anyways, back to what you said there in the chat. It's Justin Boy. You know, Larry, I bet Boogity Detective Waltrip is enjoying every second of this race. Oh, for damn sure, I bet he is.
That was on the initial start of the race. So Dale, if it wasn't a big deal to Denny Hamlin, why did he want to relay that message to Kyle Larson to say, hey,
Wasn't a big deal that Larson ran you off the racetrack? Well, Hamlin, what have you done to Larson many times before? Especially in 2023 and 2024. Remember that when you used up Larson multiple times to try to get a better advantage? Remember that? Stupid hack. Oh, you did that yesterday when the 24 Hours of Le Mans went to lap 8 and your hands were pretty sore. For context, lap 8 is around 3.5 minutes. Oh wow. A lap is around 3.5 minutes. Oh boy. Gosh, I can imagine how sore your hands got when you had to hold it up for 3.5 minutes. I can imagine. But anyways, into our first side-by-side commercial break of the race, as Kyle Larson has opened up to about a 1.6 second advantage over Hamlin.
Here's one thing they won't. Pay interest on their new truck. Just announced. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures. Make new memories. And leave the interest behind.
As Ty Gibbs to the inside of Chase Briscoe, side by side, as this battle for fourth is still going on between these two. And this time, Gibbs takes over Briscoe.
I'll be right back. Good job. Come, sit. Let's go home. Charlie, stop. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you. Sorry. Where were we? Crazy dog. Red will get you raised.
Larson ran me up! I want payback! He's cheating! Yeah, Denny Hamster voice. The hamster voice.
Exclusive discounts on new RVs and accessories for service members and local vendors. And every single we're giving 1 year of brand new RV on us. Our flags are big. Our commitment is bigger. Can't be more. America's RV company. Ever since we hired Dale Jr. and I.
Now it's time for Larson to win. I hope so. I hope it's time for Larson's time to win this season because he hasn't won since Larson hasn't won since Kansas last year, even though he got that championship last year, his second championship of his career, but still, he hasn't had a Cup Series victory in over a year now. So I really hope Larson wins this time, so all the anti-Larson fans can stop sarcastically saying best driver in the world every time Larson messes up. Like, for crying out loud, Larson never called himself the best in the world. He just said he's a better all-around driver than Max Verstappen. All those toxic fans took it as he said Larson called himself the best in the world, but he never did. Anyways, back at Pocono, and Kyle Larson has now opened up to like a 2-second advantage over Hamlin. He's got that clean air in front of him.
Let's take a look. We mentioned how the left drive at the bottom left, this is fourth gear. This is a track shifted after years, so in this car as well. Let's see a upshift bit right about the start finish. There you go. Now fifth gear. You'll see over 200 if you're tight in the draft. Kind of by yourself, maybe low 190s. That's just how draggy this car is. Downshift into fourth gear. Some brakes. We talked about the brakes in turn one. What it can do. Playing with the throttle right here.
So right there, Hamlin's playing around with the throttle as he goes into these corners.
With 15 laps to go on the stage, the other goal is this track, much like the road courses, you can get and not lose a lap if you're close enough to the leader. Well, you're going down to 15 seconds back. So what these two are trying to do is they want to stay out, win the stage, get on the stage points, and everybody that hits before the end of the stage would just jump over them. So they're trying to get those guys. Currently, AJ Allmendinger and Hosefar back in 17 to 18. They're kind of at that threshold where they couldn't get without losing a lap.
Give a call to both the Legacy Motor Club teammates of Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek, both running 8th and 9th, even though they lost a spot since the initial start, but they've been maintaining the top 10 for like the majority of this first run so far. How about that for both Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek, who, by the way, Eric Jones, he finished second last week in Michigan. Talk about a homecoming run for Eric Jones, finishing P2 last week. Yeah, there's the tunnel turn, as they call it. That's where the drivers call it the tunnel turn in turn 2. Yeah, you can see right there how bumpy turn 2 is here at Pocono. Grandpa, I need more Monster Energy to stay awake. You're fine, Ty. Just focus on racing. Gosh. Meanwhile, looking at Daniel Suarez, who's still running in the 3rd position, but now he's about to be challenged for that position as Ty Gibbs has caught up to him. Yep, now we're riding on board with Ty Gibbs. And Briscoe has been off this year. Yeah, I can tell. Even though he came close to winning a couple times, but outside of that, he's had poor finishes. Got caught up in wrecks. Yeah, Briscoe. Even though the Toyotas have been very fast this season, only Briscoe, he really needs to step it up. Talking about Zillage and passing the criminal, by the way. Yeah, you mentioned it already. Oh, Suarez, he kind of missed the corner just a little bit. There we go. Yes, Suarez got really sideways coming off turn 3. That's allowed the 54 to close into the back bumper just a little bit. But where's Gibbs going to go coming into turn 1? Yeah, there he goes to the inside. I don't think Suarez is going to fight for that position. Nope. He's just going to give it to the 54. Yes, he does. Ty Gibbs to 3rd place now. But up front, it is still Kyle Larson holding a slim lead over Denny Hamlin. I'm looking at Tyler Reddick. He's under attack from Zane Smith in the 38. And Smith will take that position away from the 45. Don't know what position that's for. Oh, that's for 11th. I bet for next week, since San Diego's a long road course, we'll see commercials. And there'll be a lot of them. I'm pretty sure there will be, but that's yet to be determined though. As meanwhile, for the lead, Denny Hamlin has really closed the gap on Kyle Larson now. These last few laps, Hamlin has been slowly eating into Larson's lead. And the gap is about, I want to say, 0.3 of a second now. He's really closed in that gap. Former 2311 driver won at Le Mans. Who? Goes Hamlin to the high side, trying to get a run off turn 1 to close up to the back bumper of the 5. And looks as though he does. Oh, Kamui Kobayashi. Okay. That time, Larson really took Hamlin's line away through turn 2. Lost him a couple car lengths, but he's still on him. He's still on him. He was the one that finished the race for his team. Oh, didn't know that. Okay, good for him. And now we're back at Pocono as the gap is about a tenth of a second. Hamlin is still on Larson's bumper, trying to find a way around him. But Hamlin once again got really tight through the tunnel turn. Loses about a couple car lengths, but he's still in Larson's drive, trying to find a way around him. Looking at the speedometer, 194 miles per hour going into turn 1. Hamlin got really sideways coming up to the back bumper of the 5. Got really tight there. Oh boy, now they're coming up on a lap car. What was that? That's the 62, it looks like. Yeah, that's Casey Mears in the 62 car. Oh, come on, Mears. What are you doing? Oh, come on, Mears. Oh, my gosh. Jeez, Mears. Wow. That was not what Larson needed at all. Caught Casey Mears in a bad spot and is trying to go back to the inside of Hamlin, but it looks as though Hamlin will take advantage from here on out. Yeah, he caught Casey Mears in a bad spot through turn 3. These two are going at it again. I might be yearning for the large bucket of the shut the fuck up, Jamie. Shut the fuck up, Jamie Popcorn. Yeah. Yeah, I believe Jamie Popcorn is Jamie Little. Now Tyler Reddick is on pit lane. Saw Alex Bowman make his first service of the race. There's Zane Smith on pit lane getting serviced up, and he's down and away. The risk versus reward. And Reddick's down and away. Oh, they're side by side coming out of the pits there. Right in front of Bowman. And we see some more takers coming onto pit lane. Saw Austin Cindric diving into the pits. And a couple others as well. Ryan Blaney's on pit lane. And so is John Hunter Nemechek. A little bit slow on the left side for Blaney, but he's down and away. There's Nemechek. And Nemechek's down and away. The same with Cindric. When it comes to NASCAR on Fox, Jamie Little as pit reporter is one of the only bright spots. Yeah. Yeah, definitely agree with you on that. All right, pits are closed this time by. All right. And it looks as though Hamlin's going to win the first stage. But as for the drivers that just pitted, they might stay out. I think it's clear that the drivers that just pitted, they'll stay out when the rest of the field pits under this caution that's going to be coming in about a lap and a half. Well, again, as I just said, NASCAR fan, it's only the first stage. We're coming to the end of the first stage. There's still a lot of time left. Anyways, final lap in stage 1 now. With the Laguna in the top 10, he must be jamming to Justin Bieber, Drake, and even Ariana Grande. What? What in the world? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a good one. It's Justin Boy. Anyways, turn three. Off turn three to the green checkered flag, Hamlin will win stage number one. Larson second, Ty Gibbs third, Briscoe fourth, Busher fifth, Suarez, Byron, and Jones. Then it's Logano. And rounding out the top 10, Austin Hill. How about that? Austin Hill rounds out the top 10 for the first stage. All right, that wraps up the first stage. Denny Hamlin continues his hot streak after winning back-to-back races last week and the week before in Nashville and Michigan. Stage 2 coming up next. You see rain clouds? Yeah, I kind of saw those dark clouds in the background as well, which is why at the beginning of the race I mentioned that the race was moved up to 1 p.m. start time on the East Coast, which is honestly a good move on Amazon Prime's part. If Fox was covering this race, they would like postpone this race to the next day or like cancel it before halfway. Being realistic here. That's what Fox would do if they were covering this race. Thankfully, that's not the case.
Watch this. Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Watch this. And data shows that people taking
Prime would stay on until rain is gone. Yep, that's what Prime would do. But on the other side, if it were Fox, they would pull the plug and call the race. Just like they did in the 2024 Coca-Cola 600, when the track was about ready to go, but they pulled the plug.
If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, taking Zepbound with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Zepbound, watch this.
History hits. As NASCAR takes on Pocono, an all-out celebration of speed.
But Charlotte for Prime this year, I thought they pulled the exact same move as Fox did. I want to say for Prime this year for Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600, that was a bit different because the race was winding down and it was about less than 30 laps to go. Plus the rains were, and plus it had been raining all weekend in the Charlotte area. I think mainly because Mother Nature was sad because Kyle Busch passed away that weekend. I guess you can make an argument with that, but still, I think they made the good call to call the race then and there because it was starting to rain a bit harder than usual.
He goes in front of Larson, and Larson becomes Carter's wake. Larson looked able to finish the throttle on corner exit, and that allowed Denny to make that run, make the pass. Some of the small set of things going to your success over the course of the day. Remind everyone, when you come down the pit road here, Kyle Larson had some inspection issues. So he got his pit stall assigned, right? So this right here is the 5 pit box, right? And in front of him is the 51. So he didn't get to pick this stall because he had those inspection issues. He's now pitting behind the 51. Why this matters is the 51 is nearly the last car in the lap, so he should be coming around the 5 at about the last time the 5 is leading. So, crew chief for the 5, Cliff Daniels. You talked about the small little nuances. This is Cliff looking over to the pit box of the 51 to be very close. Be leaving. Can I go? Are you going to pre-clear me?
Yeah. And Cliff Daniels saying, "It's close." All right, the drivers are now lining up. The drivers that did not stop under that first stage, they're coming in this time by. Here they come. Oh, bit of a slow stop on the right rear for Ty Gibbs. Very slow on the right rear for Gibbs. That's going to cost him some time. And it's slow again on the left side for Gibbs. What is going on with the 54? What's happening with Gibbs? What's going on with Gibbs? What's going on? What's going on with Ty Gibbs? What happened here? Right rear was not tight enough on the right side. But what happened on the left? What the heck happened on the left? What the heck happened on the left? It's very slow. Yeah, very slow stops for some drivers in the points. Yeah, especially Ty Gibbs. It's like, Grandpa, why the hell was that pit stop so slow? He's probably going like that. It's probably like that. Grandpa, why was that pit stop so slow? What did you do to this thing? Ty Gibbs pit crew is wasting their valuable time because these dumb pigs are not performing their fastest pit stop in their career. Grandpa, that made me lose time. Calm down, Ty. We're working on it. Just calm down. I'm glad Cody Ware has a slow stop. Typical. Yeah, but I won't hit on Zillage. He's still a rookie. Yeah, but this year it has been a rookie slump for Zillage. As I mentioned last week, he crashed out. He crashed twice in the first 10 laps at Michigan. That's embarrassing, honestly, for a rookie. He just cannot catch a break this season. Outside of that, outside of that fantastic run he had at Watkins Glen last month, it has been a disappointing season for Zillage. But again, he has time to like develop more this season. He's got a lot to learn.
We noticed that the tire fall off of his right side tire was a little bit more than what we had seen the previous years. And the 11 car only fell off 5 or 6 tenths, where meanwhile the field, we had the 5 guys outside the top 5 were falling off over a second. So Denny's able to his car is so comfortable, he has so much confidence here at Pocono. He's able to reshape his corners, but not just back the corner up when it goes slower. He's still trying to in the corner hard, pushing those Goodyear Eagles into the racetrack to make the grip that this car wants to make. So it's not anybody's game. It's the 11th race to lose right now, and he's restarting right outside the guys that flipped this stage. So we're going to see how fast he can make it.
There were 6 drivers who did flip the stage: John Hunter, Nemechek, Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman. What do you make of this strategy? You like it?
I love the move, one, because you were still in a position close enough in relevance to the leader in the 11 to be able to do this. So you're going to see guys like Reddick, guys like Ryan Blaney, and Zane Smith to then.
Yep, as expected, the 6 drivers who pitted at the end of the first stage, Tyler Reddick, John Hunter Nemechek, Ryan Blaney, Zane Smith, Austin Cindric, and Alex Bowman did not stop. They stayed out. Is Bell still in the car right now? Yeah, Christopher Bell, he's still in the 20 car right there. All right, here they come through turn 3. Pace car into pit lane. Time to begin stage number 2. To the restart zone. Green flag, stage 2 underway. Riley Herbst wasting no time going 3 wide underneath Carson Hocevar and Austin Hill there. A bit of a checkup on the high side. Oh, man. Whoa, watch out, Larson. He got really tight coming off turn 1 there. Almost got into the side of Denny Hamlin there. That was close. And that's going to cost him some valuable time there. Meanwhile, still battling for the lead as John Hunter Nemechek is trying to challenge for this lead from Reddick. Going into turn 3. Who's gonna have the better advantage coming off turn 3 here? Both these drivers battling hard for the clean air. And it looks as though Reddick just leads by an edge over the 42, but Nemechek still trying to fight back on the inside. And Reddick got the good drive off the high side of the 42, but Nemechek still hanging tough on the inside. But here comes the 38 of Zane Smith. Where's he going to go? Still staying behind the top 2, still battling for position. Oh, man. It's an opportunity for Zane Smith to try to go 3 wide. Yep, there he goes. Nope, he blocked. Nemechek blocked it. That just cost Zane Smith a lot of time there through turn 3. Oh my gosh, these two still can't get away from each other. nearly touched there as Zane Smith takes over. Ryan Blaney takes over the third spot as Nemechek's still trying to find a way around the 45. Here comes Blaney into this mix now. Oh, watch out. Just clears in front of the 38. That was close. Oh, going into the tunnel turn, does Nemechek have the advantage? Man, these two are battling with every inch they got out of these cars. Oh, that's the furthest that Nemechek's got in front of the 45. Can he clear him off turn 3? Still can't. Still can't clear the 45. This time Reddick's clear off turn 3. Wow. What a battle. Now here comes Blaney to the inside of Nemechek, going for second. Holy cow. Oh, and Blaney got really tight. Almost got into the left rear of the 42 there. Really had to check off coming off the corner there. And that's allowing Denny Hamlin to jump to his inside now. Oh, watch out. And look at Zane Smith 3 wide underneath Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney trying to go for third. He's gone by Blaney. Now he's going to try to get in the inside of Hamlin, and around he goes. Into the inside wall. Caution is out. The risk you take while trying to push for everything that's worth. That's the risk you take while trying to go for track position. Yep, coming off turn 1, just lost it underneath the 11. Yeah, I think it was those bumps going through turn 1 that knocked the car out of, that kind of upset the 38 car just a bit. And he couldn't correct it at that point, and around he goes. He did his best trying to keep it off the wall, but he couldn't stop it. Yep, the car gets sideways, it gets crossed up, and around she goes. And the inside wall, he tries to lock it down, but just catches the inside wall. Zane Smith has completely sabotaged his chances of taking over the lead. What an absolute fucking embarrassment. If Smith gets a DNF, it will not be 4 last place finishes in a row.
Always seems to deliver some highlights. Plus, drivers coming out pit road will update the situation there. Caution out for a second time here at Pocono.
Oh, for Zillage. Okay. I see what you mean now. Time to look at the replay brought to you by Hold My Hand by Jess Glenell, where nothing beats Jet 2 Holiday.
So one day, your doctor says you have chronic lymphocytic leukemia. That's a hard story. For CLL, my doctor recommended Calpers.
Calpers is the first and only BTKI to offer 2 approved all-oral chemo-free options: ongoing treatment with Calpers or fixed-duration treatment when combined with venetoclax. Calpers can cause serious side effects which may lead to death. This includes serious infections, bleeding problems that may increase with blood thinners, decrease blood counts, new cancers including skin cancers, heart-related problems, and liver problems. Tell your doctor right away if you have flu-like symptoms, blood in stool or urine, fast or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, feeling faint, chest discomfort, shortness of breath, stomach pain, dark urine, or pale skin. Calpers may harmonize.
Welcome, Rogue Sam65. Welcome.
Ask your doctor about Calpers. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ever since we hired him, Junior and I.
It's
Out here, a reputation is built the same way anything is. One hole, one cut.
Oh wait, everything can be Jet 2 Holiday because the stupid Gen Alpha TikTokers are making this meme so popular that it doesn't make any damn sense. Newsflash, y'all, it's 2026. Grow the hell up. Thank you, Larry. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a minute. All right, back just in time for the restart. Here we come. So it's Reddick, Nemechek, Hamlin, Blaney, Byron, Briscoe, Elliott, Larson, Jones, and Bowman, the top 10. Here we come. Reddick's the control car. He easily jumps off with the push from Denny Hamlin. Nemechek once again got a good strong run through the center of turn one as Hamlin got really checked up, got really tied off turn one, kind of checking up the guys behind him. But he's still maintaining that third position with the push from William Byron. Now Byron tries to jump to his inside, but to no avail. Oh, watch out. Somehow he made it through that lap cleanly. As everyone's starting to get in line, trying to get sorted out. As Riley Herbst now jumps to the inside of Ross Chastain, it looks like. And what is Chase Elliott doing? He's trying to break the draft? What was the point in doing that, Elliott? Now Larson's on the inside of you, dude. Okay. But not quite. Meanwhile, they're all jostling for position deep in the field right there. Oh, Barry's in the wall, gets into SVG. They're crashing right there. Bubba Wallace is in it. Keselowski. There's another car on the inside wall there. Who is that? It's Noah Gragson. On Zillage. The rookie slump continues for Zillage. Not again. Now, what happened here? Austin Hill on the inside of SVG and Josh Berry. Oh, both caught the wall. Same with Christopher Bell. Bell got pushed up into the wall as well. Laguna got in as well. Wow. The whole field is getting fucked repeatedly again. Running on board with Austin Hill. Oh, SVG got tight underneath Josh Berry. Austin Hill tries to take advantage. They all just came together right there. Argument over space right there. On board with Logano. Yep. Yeah. This season sucks! The Laguna had nowhere to go and he got fucked in the crash. And you can say that chubby Bubby Bubba Wallace has McBubba fucked himself. Pit stops here going on.
This is wild. Chris Gill makes the call for Denny Hamlin to come down pit road
Reddick, Hamlin, Elliott, Byron, Blaney, Larson, Busher, and Bowman all on 2 tires. Okay. Oof. Argument over space coming out of turn 3 causes a multi-car incident coming off turn 3. The rookie slump continues for Connor Zilic. Ouch.
Whether you're a professional technician or simply take pride in maintaining your own cars, Harbor Freight offers quality auto tools to meet your every need at prices that can't be beat. From rapid pump jacks to mechanics tool sets, whatever you need, we've got it. Whatever you do it for less. Harbor Freight, your automotive destination.
Introducing Subway's new fresh value menu. 15 different protein-packed choices, all for under $5. With new 6-inch deli face, $3.99. Protein pockets, $3.99. And a 6-inch sub of the day, $4.99. Always freshly made, always available every single day.
We know why you put off your best smile. The time, the cost, the anxiety. That's why Aspen Dental is changing how dentistry is done. With technology to make care comfortable and flexible hours.
Wait. Does Plymouth confirms that there will not be 4 consecutive last place finishes for Zilic?
That's the Aspen Dental difference. Aspen Dental. It's time to smile again.
Wait. This pretty much confirms that there will not be 4 consecutive last place finishes for Zilic. Maybe.
Negotiate with your creditors so you pay less than you owe. And just like that, you're back on track. When that happens, we're here to help you take action. And this is where your new chapter begins. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
My name is Daniel. I've been a barista for 8 years, but I wanted to bring my take on real coffee to the community. And my Toyota B&B helped me get them.
Oh, it was a typo. I see now. Zilic and Priest haven't finished ever since the All-Star break? Dang, it's been that long? Yikes. Yeah, and Zilic finished 5th in the All-Star race at Dover. That's right. Wow. Yeah, because they both crashed out in the Coca-Cola 600 in separate incidents. And Ryan Priest, he got caught up in a multi-car crash, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, Zilic had... Yeah, and Nashville, Zilic had a brake rotor issue that cost him that race. And Ryan Priest got caught up in a crash, I think. Then just last week at Michigan, as mentioned before, Zilic crashed twice, and Ryan Priest was caught up in a multi-car crash at the end of the race. With still about a handful of laps to go. Nevada has yet to win in Cup yet since Kyle Busch passed. Well, I think the only Nevada driver that's in this race is Noah Gragson, and I doubt that he's going to be winning soon. But who else is out there that's from Nevada? I'm kind of lost. Oh, Riley Herbst. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Riley Herbst is going to be winning soon too.
giving you our best price on gig Wi-Fi. Just $50 a month for 5 years with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Your weight loss is in your hands.
555 Delta 80.
With the latest FDA-approved GLP ones. On Hims, you can access the new Pocono pill. Pocono pill. Setbound, foundation, and more with no insurance required. Get started for $39 and take control of your weight loss journey. See if GLP ones are right for you at Hims.com. For the first time ever.
Casey Mears is running well too. Well, he did go a lap down early in the race, but now with these drivers having problems, I don't know what position he's running now. And Brad Keselowski out of his car.
I got through the first wave of crash and then someone else spun out in front of me. First run that off, I didn't have a chance to do anything. So fortunately, I actually feel like we were dialing the car out pretty decent. Kind of waiting for the race to develop. But,
Yeah, this is Keselowski's on board. Yeah, they just stacked up in front of him. And Bubba Wallace spun out right in front of him. He had no place to go. Yeah, stubborn on stubborn right there. I guess that's one way to put it. Stubborn on stubborn. And that's right. Brad Keselowski, as they just showed the chase grid, he's the last driver that's in on points for the chase. So this could be a big blow because he's out of the race. This could be a big blow for him to try to make the chase. It all depends on what happens the rest of this race. So we're coming to the restart this time by. This time it's Nemechek on the front. He has control race. Control, and he's down and away. Green flag back in the air. Nemechek getting a strong push from Eric Jones right behind him. 4 wide. What is going on here? Why are we 4 wide? Wow. Still 4 wide, deep in the field. Who is that that's underneath AJ Allmendinger? Oh, Chastain to the inside of Daniel Suarez. He's not wasting any time. Not quite. Look at this mess back here. That's tight. Tight 3 wide between Byron, Larson, and Reddick. My gosh. There's still 3 wide right there with the Penske drivers. That's Ty Gibbs underneath those guys of Cindric and Blaney. Somehow we made it through that lap very cleanly without a disaster happening. That was close. Oh, man. That's Chase Elliott around the high side of Cole Custer with those 2 tires. He takes that position away. That's for 9th. Yeah, the employee right there. As Chase Elliott now to the inside of Ryan Preece. He takes that position away. That's for 8th. There goes Kyle Larson underneath Austin Dillon and William Byron. 3 wide underneath those guys. Watch out. Here goes Larson again to the inside of William Byron, looking for the 13th position. Meanwhile, as there goes Chris Buescher right by Austin Cindric. He's all take and no give, especially on the restarts. Yeah, when do you pit and how long will it last? Because you cannot afford a mistake on pit lane, especially with the chase on the horizon. And there goes Cindric trying to make it 3 wide, but Gibbs blocks that run that he had. Meanwhile, looking at Christopher Bell and Alex Bowman battling for the 21st position. And so far, despite the left wrist injury for Christopher Bell that he sustained at Michigan last week, he's doing a solid job, but he's just outside the top 20. At least he's keeping it in one piece. I'll give him that. At least Christopher Bell is keeping that car in one piece. And this is just what happened last week. Elliott Lewis, bam, slammed that outside wall very hard. Wow. One of the hardest hits we've seen in the next gen era. Oh. And thankfully, they were both climbed out of that car because both Elliott's and Bell's car were destroyed on impact. It may replace the cast every week. Okay. Don't know how that's going to help on the long run, but I guess whatever helps, helps, I guess. I don't know about that. Oh, Larson. Blaney's underneath you, dude. Yeah, speaking of Ryan Blaney, look at the scheme that he's running this weekend. It's a beautiful scheme that Ryan Blaney's running this weekend at Pocono. Of course, that's throwing it back to Ryan Newman's 2008 Daytona 500 win. It's a beautiful scheme. The colors match. Very accurate to Ryan Newman's Altel Dodge. Or should I say Ryan Newman Blaney? I don't know. Ryan Newman Blaney. I don't know. But anyways, up front, it's John Hunter Nemechek trying to make some noise here at Pocono. Hold on. All right, I'm back. And speaking of back, we're back at Pocono as John Hunter Nemechek continues to hold the lead here at Pocono, 1.2 seconds over Chase Briscoe. And third place is his teammate, Eric Jones. How about that? How about that? Nemechek leading. The leader's birthday was June 11th. Same date as mine. He's now 29 years old. How about it? John Hunter Nemechek. It'll be so it'll be such an it'll be such a birthday present if Nemechek could pull this off. Still got a long way to go though, but still. Turned 29 years old as this on the same day that I turned 25 years old. How about it? Looks like rain clouds if I'm not wrong. Well, it's still pretty yeah, it is still cloudy at Pocono. It was reported that rain might be in the area somewhere, but I don't know when it's gonna hit. But so far, no raindrops as of now. That's the key words. So far and as of now. Well, Suarez got really tight through the bottom side of turn 3. That's allowed Chase Elliott to whip right around the high side for the 6th position. Yep. 15 more laps and this race is official once we hit the halfway point. Meanwhile, there goes William Byron right by Michael McDowell. Here comes Priest up to the bumper of the 71 now. Meanwhile, there goes Denny Hamlin to the inside of Daniel Suarez, taking the 7th spot away. Meanwhile, speaking of Chase Elliott, he tried to take a peek underneath Ross Chastain, and Chastain just kind of took his line away. Pocono Raceway is less than 100 miles outside of Philadelphia? Jeez, I didn't know that. I knew it was in Pennsylvania, but I didn't realize that it was somewhat close to Philadelphia. There goes Elliott to the inside once again to Ross Chastain. This time Chastain's not going to fight it. Now Elliott to the 5th position.
Junior, your weather update very timely. Yes, it is getting cooler here in Pocono, but even on a cool day is a cool shirt that's not working and hinders.
And there goes Denny Hamlin right by Ross Chastain. That's for 6th. So the first two drivers who pitted under that last caution, Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin, are the first two in this top 10. The first two in the top 10. While Elliott, who's the first driver who pitted under that caution, he's the first driver in the top 5. Albeit both Hamlin and Elliott and many others took 2 tires on that last stop, but still. But anyways, up front, it is still John Hunter Nemechek showing the way here at Pocono. Yep, next week, as you just said, NASCAR fan, next week, NASCAR is headed to the streets of San Diego, the naval base at Coronado. So it'll be very interesting to see what takes place there. It'll be very interesting to see what takes place there.
Jacklings presents. There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. Jacklings duos. Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. Here's one thing they won't: pay interest on their new truck. Just announced, for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind. Chevrolet, together, let's go.
Do kids want to grow tall to reach the pros or to reach a Reese's? Some might say that is an unfair advantage. But I say everything happens for a Reese's.
It starts with Celsius. Feel like you feel good about it. I'm trained for life. From after school pickups to meal prep to a 12-hour night shift. That's Steve. No, Joe starts with Celsius. I gotta go babysit.
While Nemechek continues to lead, right behind him, Chase Briscoe and Eric Jones, they've really closed the gap on the 42 very quickly. And the gap is now down to like 0.2 of a second between Nemechek and Briscoe. So I think it's only a matter of time of when I think Briscoe gets by Nemechek. All right, and we're back, and we're about 7 laps away from halfway. It's as long as we reach the halfway point, this race will be official. Because if the caution comes out for rain and they eventually call it, they'll call the race then. They have bypassed the Laguna, which, by the way, was watching Miraculous Ladybug and Ken Noor from his iPad while racing. Dang. That's the burn bar that they show now. So Elliott's 4th. Where's Stenhouse running? 25th. Okay, don't know why they showed the burn bar for Stenhouse. But I digress. I got to keep a close eye on Hamlin because he said to his crew something feels funny. Don't know what it is, but we'll find out.
We also heard the driver talking about how the Steelers are coming up out of the racetrack out of the cracks. They're down in turn 3 and 4. They have picked up some of that stuff on the tire. They take a few laps to clean that off and get that away. And all of these guys are trying to get that fuel window that Marty's talking about. Maybe 6 to go. He's going to go around 40 or just over. So they need to run a couple more laps. They know they're going to get yellows at the end of the stage, so they know they can save a little bit there. And I expect the road will start to get busy. I don't think everybody's going to come at the same time like we have seen in other areas, but I do think we're going to see a wave. There you go.
And here comes Suarez onto pit lane. Oh, Chastain, he looked really hot coming into pit stop, into the pit lane. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty for Chastain because he really locked up the brakes on entry there. It's Chastain down and away with the 9.1, and Daniel Suarez waiting on the fuel, it looks like. Yeah, Suarez is waiting on fuel. 12-second flat for Suarez. One thing I kind of want next year is Logan Sargent making a start in the Cup Series on a road course for Ford. Okay, but for what Ford team? For what Ford team? Former Motorsports or RFK? Oh, MBM. I think I know what you're talking about. The MBM, the number 66 car, or as they call it, Project 66. Meanwhile, here comes Chase Briscoe onto pit lane now. Yeah, Briscoe's on pit lane. There's Carson Hocevar, who just ducked onto pit lane as well. Alex Bowman is on pit lane as now. Yeah, Briscoe, just like Suarez, waiting on fuel. He's down and away with a 13.5. Same thing with Carson Hocevar, waiting on fuel, down and away. Bowman's down and away. Oh, maybe RFK 99 or former Motorsports 36. Okay, all right. Those are pretty good options. And here's the leader, John Hunter Nemechek on pit lane. Waiting on fuel, looks like. Bit of a slow stop on the right rear. It's down and away. 14.3 for Nemechek. Yep, and Briscoe just gets out in front of Nemechek. And here's Eric Jones on pit lane now. That hands the lead over to Chase Elliott. Ty Dillon's on pit lane now. Same with Austin Dillon. Waiting on fuel. Jones down and away. Yep. So that might be for provisional P1 once green flag stops cycle through. All right, now we're past halfway. So if rain is coming into the area and they stop the race will be called by then. If rain is in the area, because we're past halfway. There's the leader, Chase Elliott. Here's Allmendinger on pit lane. It's down and away. Yep. That's quite a while for the drivers who last pitted on lap 48. It's quite a long time, though.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't worry, Brad. The half bar is in good hands. Nice ride. Thanks.
I stole it.
New customers save $200 when you add 2 lines. Call this into recycle.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
That's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way you want. Any way you want. That's the way you need it. Any way you want.
If you want, they can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants. That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.com. Safe like repair, safe like replace. Christopher David Bell, 84 years old. What have you started?
He's done it again, Bill. Seven to victory. Again, how about that? Check is $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
NBA playoffs are back. You ever recently? Listen, I'm in the playoffs right now. Scoring points, getting blocks, grabbing boards.
Train them 3.
This guy gets it. You drained the last playoff three, Blake? Brother. I guess anything can happen in the playoffs.
Does that feel a little insulting?
Yeah.
Be a part of the NBA playoffs with better payouts on FanDuel.
Ultra fast. You need an advanced
This is the battle for provisional P1 right now between Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, and John Hunter Nemechek. Jones has somehow gotten by his teammate, John Hunter Nemechek. Now he's trying to close the gap on Briscoe. Don't know how long that battle is going to last, though.
Beyond your imagination. Denny's Motor X redefines your journey.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. More on the track, built for the street.
Oh, watch out. Get out of the way, Logano. Get out of the way, Logano. Nearly cost Eric Jones some time there. And McDowell's on pit lane now. While this battle for maybe provisional P1 is still going on as Eric Jones got really tight coming off turn 3 there. But both the Legacy Motor Club teammates are still hanging tough with the Joe Gibbs driver of Chase Briscoe. Holy cow. Hamlin trying the high side, trying to get a run down the backstretch up on Chase Elliott. That's the battle for the lead up top and the battle for whatever position that's going on. Maybe for provisional P1 if the two battle for the lead continue, if they pit. Oh, Hamlin got a really good run through the center of turn 3 there. He's going to try to go still up to the back bumper of the 9 car. Still can't find a way around him, but I think he's going to have the preferred line coming into turn 1 here. Yep. Yeah, Hamlin kind of spooked Hamlin there just a bit, and that's allowed him to get the lead that time. Nope, not this time. Not pitting this time by. There's Ryan Preece on pit lane.
That's also like theory, a different play. Like these teams have maybe 3 or 4 plays that look normal, but there's some nuance about who's priority in the back of the field. And that kind of shows the hand teams the last 48 times. That tells me that Hamlin, Elliott, Byron, they are not going to be on those pit roads as long as those legacy cars were.
It's Kyle Larson on pit lane now. Yeah, Larson's on pit lane. Austin Hill's on pit lane. Connor Zillage on pit lane now. Yeah, Larson waiting on fuel. He's down and away. Yep, and here come the leaders. Okay, here come the leaders, Hamlin and Elliott. Good on the rights. Good. Waiting on fuel. He's down and away. A bit slow on the right sides for Hamlin, but he's down and away. Still able to continue that with that advantage over Elliott, but it's slim. Yeah. Here's Blaney coming onto pit lane, getting serviced up. Those were long pit stops. I think the reason why the pit stops were so long is because they were waiting on fuel. They were waiting on fuel. That's why. Yeah, seeing the pit stops like 12.9, 13.9, 12.7. SVG was kind of normal at 9.4. Those pit times were pretty long because they're just waiting on fuel. So I guess you can make an argument for that. Meanwhile, here comes Austin Cindric on pit lane. Is Cindric going to be waiting on fuel? There's Christopher Bell on pit lane. Same with Bubba Wallace. Yep, you see that? That's why the pit stops are so long. They're waiting on fuel. You saw right there with Austin Cindric with the 13.8. And I'm impressed with Christopher Bell so far. I really thought at some point in the race he'll be stepping out of the car and let Brandon Jones take over because of that injured left wrist he had. But so far, he's holding his own out there. Meanwhile, up front, 2 to go in stage 2. The leader is Todd Gilliland. What? Todd Gilliland up front? Is he going to have enough in the tank to hold off the faster cars of Briscoe, Nemechek, and Jones? Is Todd Gilliland going to be able to win this stage? I don't know. He looks good for now, but we'll see coming to the start-finish line for the final lap in stage 2. I think he's good. Final lap in stage 2 now. Yeah, I think Gillen's fine. I think Gillen's good. Yeah, that's a good enough gap. I think Gillen could possibly win this stage if he maintains that gap 1.5 seconds over Briscoe. Which is fair enough because Gillen, he needed the points coming into this race. He's going to get 10 juicy stage points because of this. Coming off turn 3. Pretty good strategy play for Todd Gillen. He wins this stage. Wins stage 2 at Pocono. How about it? And Ellie gets the last stage point. All right, that wraps it up for stage 2. Final stage coming up.
Yes, but should be treated as sexual. Great, but why does she get a supplement? I should join your family. Very exciting.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, I can help lower blood sugar. And if you're also at high risk for major cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, or death, I'm FDA approved to lower your risk.
Oh, that's cool, but check this out. How'd you do that? I know a guy. Smell that guy.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family have MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure on nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas, gallbladder, or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking this upon urea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Every journey to racing excellence begins the same way. Practice is about consistency. And mastery isn't about where you start. It's about how you train. You feel the road. Take the wheels and pedals available now on Amazon.
Introducing Subway's new fresh value menu. 10 different protein pack lunches all for under $5. With new 6-inch deli face, $3.99. Protein pockets, $3.99. And a 6-inch sub for the day, $4.99. Always freshly made, always available every single day.
Your best guys against mine. You want to take real now?
NASCAR Prime is presented by Pocono. Get Pocono HP Power Tools. Make you go. Yeah, self-care designed for you and delivered to your door. And by Logitech G, official wheel and pedal of NASCAR.
Got some boards out there today that we want to cover the Toyota Racing in-car cam for Denny Hamlin. Also the 17 of Christopher Busher. We got the BuildSubmarines.com 360 camera inside. Logano with the 22 Hunt Brothers pizza camera. Another 360 cam here. They're working
The in-car cams for Busher, Logano, and several others. Byron
24, the Andrew 360 camera.
and Tyler Reddick.
45 Toyota Racing 360 hit problem. Great shots today. Thank you to all our camera operators down there. Keep it on now. Great work. Turn on more respect. I got to run the whole board one time during the race. Back in my driving days, during one of the Road Rally races, I went into the truck and got to run the whole board. It's excellent coverage.
Hey, speaking of O'Reilly, congratulations to you about win yesterday for Justin Albany.
It was. I've, I got a couple girls that are 5 and 8 and Nicole and I, they didn't see my racing career, but it was cool because Justin said, if we win, we'll get one more out around the car. So Nicole got the luxury of doing it.
There's Ty Gilland and several other drivers that did not stop under that green flag cycle. Like Gilland, Stenhouse, Nemechek. Wait, no, Nemechek stayed out. What am I saying? Chastain.
Junior, we saw him run 46 laps there on that Steele team. I know he heard some numbers of 42, 43. So they told him to be checking his dash for that gauge. He stretched it along. Said they had made their bed. They had to land it now, Marty.
Todd Gilliland was very complimentary of Chris Lawson about how they managed stage 2. When they get that stage win, now they're going to feel it. Waiting on all that fuel.
Gillen down and away, waiting on the fuel.
Final stage on the way in Pocono. The man who won here last year out front now, Chase Briscoe.
He was established in 1948.
All started with two brothers protecting that citrus kid.
I said for dinner, I'll take
100.
Tasting great since 48.
You fought against the odds in every inch of every race. With endless determination and grit. All of your hard work and dedication has brought you to where you are today. Keep looking forward. Talk to your doctor about Breastry, 3 medicines, and 1 inhaler. Learn more at breastry.com.
You play by the rules. Then things happen. Prices keep climbing. Every month, a new expense. And the debt adds up. So, how do you face it? It starts with a call, then a plan. At National Debt Relief, we'll negotiate with your creditors so you pay less than you owe. And just like that, we're back on track. When debt happens, we're here to help you take action. And this is where your new chapter begins. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
Mom, I got it.
Change happens fast.
Hey, what's up, Alessandro? Yep, everything's good with me.
5 years with same-day Wi-Fi.
Got that right.
Ever since we hired Dale Jr. in our
It's pancakes.
Yeah. If I knew you were arriving in New York before your IG post, I would have liked to meet you since I live in New Jersey. Maybe the next time I'm in town, we'll see. We'll see.
Getting ready for the final stage here at Pocono. Denny Hamlin alongside NASCAR driver Corey LaJoy. It's breezy here.
What in the world? Who is that?
Foot dry and some free entertainment here. Before we get you
Who-
to the booth, Todd Gilliland-
Who is that behind Daniel Trotta and Corey LaJoy?
34 in the strategy there.
Well, it's so easy to just fixate on the 11th success over the last couple of weeks. And Toyotas in general, guys that run good over
Who the heck is that?
flowers to Todd Gilliland, the 34 team, and Chris Lawson, his teammate. Marty just mentioned him.
Eric Cartman? Okay. All right. Have I been watching the World Cup or no? No, I haven't. I'm not really that much of a soccer fan, honestly.
Talking about strategy, it always comes into play. Do you 3-stop it? Do you 4-stop it?
All right, choose rule.
Strategies happening now. Chase Briscoe and the legacy cars versus the 9 of Chase Elliott and the 11 of Denny Hamlin on a different strategy. They're trying to do it with
Call security. We're not letting Eric Cartman steal a NASCAR race car like he did from 2010. Oh boy. Imagine.
to fire off a little bit more pace. So the 9 needs to get out here, get a good restart launch, and try to get in front of that 11 while they manage this third stage.
Chase Elliott has a win here. Adam Alexander, 2022 4 straight top 10s here, the longest of any active driver here at the Jersey Truck.
Yeah, just Bill Elliott really good here. The Hall of Famer won 5 times. And Pocono, nice assist by you, by the way.
I was a little worried something was going to change when the circle was going to move, but I was doing my best up here. There's been a lot going on. What you need to know now is there's going to be 59 to go. We take the green flag. Everybody needs a green flag. Pit stop. The real question is how long their stop's going to be. And we can surmise and guess a little bit. And we're a bit educated, but I believe how much fuel you need could be a difference maker. You look right here on the left-hand side, fuel remaining, right? There's a big difference between Suarez and Hamlin. Now, it's not that Suarez can't get to where he needs to get to. He's just going to have to put more gas in on the stop. Versus Hamlin, Elliott, Reddick, I think they're down to only 1K and a 1K only party.
See which strategy is right. Chris Gale thinks Denny Hamlin's strategy.
That's the fuel remaining. Look, seems as though the only driver that's in pretty bad shape right now is Daniel Suarez. He's at 45% of fuel in his tanks. Well, we'll find out. We'll see what happens when they get the restart. So it's Briscoe, Nemechek, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Reddick, Byron, Priest, and McDowell, the top 10. Green flag back in the air. Final stage underway. Oh, Blaney got really jumped up on that restart. Nearly got sideways there. Oh, wow. Chase Briscoe. I don't know what happened with Briscoe, but he got really checked up off turn 1, and he's getting freight trained on the top side. Well, Briscoe nearly got freight trained on the top side. He did not have a good first corner at all through turn 1. Somehow we make it through cleanly that first lap under the restart. And up front, it's John Hunter Nemechek with a slim lead over Denny Hamlin. As here comes Tyler Reddick around the high side of Ryan Blaney. Now trying to go on the high side of Chris Buescher. And he do it. Yes, he does. 2 in 1 corner for Reddick. How about that? Up to the 8th position. Now coming up on the 7 of Daniel Suarez. Trying to look for 7th. Whoa. Oh, 3 wide. Here goes Larson to the inside of McDowell and Blaney. Trying to go clearing before into turn 3. Looks as though he will do so. Yes, he does. What a move for the 10th position. And Priest going to try to do the same thing as they're still side by side between Blaney and McDowell. Now Larson to the inside of Reddick for 9th. Can he clear him before entering turn 1? Looks as though he will, as Priest clears both McDowell and Blaney through turn 1. As they still cannot get away from each other. My gosh. Now around the high side, here comes Larson to the right side of Daniel Suarez. Tire down. Tire down. You got to keep an eye on the 45. He's saying he has a tire going down in that 45 car. I don't know about that, but we'll find out as the run progresses. Meanwhile, for the 4th spot, it's the Chase and Chase show going into turn 1. Elliott on the inside of Briscoe. Trying to get the run through the corner. Looks as though he will. And he does clear him. Elliott to the 4th position. So far, this has been Nemechek's best Cup race. Yes, it has. he might be in contention to try to win this thing if this race progresses or stays green. I don't know how he'll be able to hold off Denny Hamlin at the end, but we'll find out. Oh, someone's car is loose. A tire is gone on the 62. That's Casey Mears. Yep, that's Casey Mears, and the right front wheel is gone on that 62. The right front wheel is gone. Yep, there it is. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. It made pretty good contact with the outside wall through turn 2. That's an area you do not want to hit. That's an area of the track you do not want your tire going down. That's unfortunate for Mears.
Whether you're a professional technician or simply take pride in maintaining your own cars, Harbor Freight offers quality auto tools to meet your every need at prices that can't be beat. For rapid pump jacks,
The pit crew will be expecting a call from NASCAR after that one.
we got it. Whatever you do it for less. Harbor Freight.
All right, I'm back. Oh man, I missed I missed who picked I missed the Credit One Bank ones to watch, but I do know two of them have their eyes on Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. I don't know who the third one is, but I'm assuming it's either John Hunter Nemechek or Chase Elliott. I don't know.
Also taking this opportunity to pit. This kind of opens up maybe a little bit of a window for some strategy plays later on, but unlikely to be able to make it to the end of the race from here.
Out here, a reputation is built the same way anything is. One hit, one cut, one nail at a time. So get to it with Mataco.
I've doubted myself more times than I can count. Hurt everything. When you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing. Who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your sport.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't worry, Brad. The half bar that good has. Nice ride. Thanks.
I stole it.
New customers save $200 when you add 2 lines. Call to visit consumer site. History, yes. As NASCAR takes on Coronado, and all that celebration comes to
It's good. I feel the need. Seriously, guys.
this isn't just a race. It's a mission.
Hamlin, the rookie, starts on the pole, holds the 40th, then wins. He sweeps at Pocono. A very difficult week for Denny Hamlin. Lost his grandmother a couple of days ago. Yes, think of him long right now.
And here comes Denny Hamlin, and he will post his fourth win.
Denny Hamlin is going to be the spoiler today. Denny Hamlin is going to tie Jeff Gordon with 6.
Again, about hard in the wall.
They can move my rock out here for years.
Denny Hamlin, so special here in position, maybe to get him to number 8. And now our FanDuel race check.
Yeah, no surprise. Denny Hamlin was barely plus winning to start the race. I haven't seen anything we can say that he's the absolute favorite. So, if you look at the others,
I don't hate the 300 cars, all looking very good. John Hunter Nemechek, these cautions are helping their situation on fuel. One more yellow, they did have 42 complete spoilers. One of the ones that was that I was almost about to add. Or pick was way higher. Those numbers are pretty awesome for William. I think he's got the speed to win this race, but he's just getting the track position over the 9-11 will be tough.
I'd add another driver to your fleet. I like him. That's
Way higher. He's got good speed.
The Hall of Famer gets 2 choices, Marty.
Adam, you mentioned it could be number 8 at Pocono for Denny Hamlin. If he does that, it would be the 3rd straight in 2026. Again, there aren't many things Denny Hamlin has not done in his career. Winning 3 straight races is one of those. Could it happen today? And who has the right strategy? Still a lot of confidence in the 11 camp. They're on the right plan.
Marty Chase Elliott has looked good all day despite qualifying 23rd. And he actually felt like the team in general was overlooked yesterday. Crew Chief Alex Gus is insane. We were in Group 1. The track was like nobody was paying attention to us, but we were very confident in our car. In fact, they were the only little something on the long run. I have heard them say nothing about the car. Chase has said it's good. Allen has said it's good. So I don't expect any changes to get them better to compete with Hamlin. Trevor.
Kyle Larson with a pair of runner-up finishes here at Pocono in 2018 and 2021. He would love to change that today. But Daniel said if you want to beat these guys in front of you, you're going to have to take the 3.5 seconds of the car.
All right.
Get in front of the guys who are on the same plan as us. Kyle Larson seeing the track is starting to lose some grip, kind of back to typical Pocono for him. Marty reported earlier this week.
All right, here we go.
Kyle Larson.
So much stress on the pit boxes down the stretch.
It's gonna be 50 laps to go when we get the restart. It's gonna be 50 laps to go when we get the restart here. Here we come. Nemechek, the control car, Hamlin on to his inside. Green flag. Looked like Hamlin got a better push from Chase Briscoe than Nemechek from Eric Jones. Yep, and Hamlin to the point. Whoa, what is going on there between Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar? Everyone jostling for position back there. Reddick is in the middle of a hornet's nest on the inside of Ryan Preece. Oh, watch out, Cindric. Don't know what's going on there. Side by side for the fourth spot. Chase Elliott trying to eke out ahead of the 43. Oh, man, that was close. Eric Jones almost cleared himself in front of the 9. That was tight there. Carson Hocevar really tight through the corner, almost touching the wall back there. So they're still jostling for position deep in the field. There's Michael McDowell trying to look to the inside of Tyler Reddick, but to no avail. And there goes Austin Hill once again to the inside of Chastain, but no room. Oh, Blaney catches the wall just a bit. Yeah, Chastain kind of forced him up just a little bit, but Blaney still makes the pass on the one. And this was coming off turn 3. Chastain pushes up just a bit. Blaney, just a kiss to the wall, but not by much. He was still able to make the pass on Chastain. Oh my gosh. Everybody jostling for position. Nose to tail, single file. Wow. There goes Chastain once again to the inside of Blaney. He's got the nose underneath him. Trying to get the run through the center of the corner. It looks as though he will. Chastain will retake that position. That's for 12th.
6 races in the season, I think there was a conversation about who's going to win the regular season and have the most points into the chase because Reddick had such a hot start. But
Dang. That's the points gap right now. Wow. Reddick better be worried at this point. Reddick better be worried at this point. As Christopher Bell just made the pass on Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, who was involved in that multi-car crash at the beginning of stage 2, he's still hanging tough there. He's still able to continue. Oh, and Bowman just slides by Bubba Wallace there. Napa know-how moment. Of course. Hmm. 44 laps to go. Hamlin's still leading.
There's nothing like a great deal. 2 flavors, 1 bag. Jack Link's Duos.
Christopher Damon Bell is 4 years old. What have you started?
Of all Denny Hamlin's wins at Pocono, his 2009 victory stands out to you the most. Is it mainly because before that race took place at Pocono, Denny lost his grandmother back then, if I'm correct?
Just announced for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures. Make new memories.
Oh, pit stops. What's going on here? There's Briscoe, and is that Eric Jones? You have Eric Jones and Busher on pit lane. What kind of strategy is this going on here? About Cartman, who was behind Daniel Trotta and Corey LaJoy. There was an episode where he raced in NASCAR, and he was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, busts in NASCAR. Wow. Oh my gosh. There's another driver on pit lane. Who is that? That's John Hunter Nemechek on pit lane. Is he trying to undercut these guys? Nemechek waiting on fuel, and he's down and away. Austin Dillon's also on pit lane. Same with Brian Priest, who he's down and away now. All right. There we go. Yes, Hamlin's grandmother passed away a couple days prior to the race. Hamlin was emotional during the post-race interview. Oh, I see. And more pit stops. Here come the Hendrick boys of Elliott, Byron, and Larson. Elliott's down and away, but Byron had a much better pit stop than Elliott that time. Byron was 8.5. Elliott was a 9.5. Wow. Holy cow. Just jumped his teammates. Here goes Nemechek right around the high side of Chase Elliott. Right around the high side of Elliott there. Nothing Elliott could do there. Trying to warm up his tires. Here's Michael McDowell on pit lane getting serviced up. Same with Riley Herbst. McDowell waiting off fuel, and he's down and away. And, excuse me. Here comes the leader, Denny Hamlin. Will they be waiting on fuel? No, they don't. 9.5 seconds for Hamlin. He's down and away. Yes, no contest. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So William Byron running provisional P2 right now. Once green flag stops, cycle through. Yeah, a caution in the next laps could really change the whole game. If that's the case, if that could be the case, we'll find out though. As Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is on pit lane. IHOP all-day value. Of course it goes. All-day value, fuel mileage to the end. John Hunter Nemechek. Man, Nemechek, he is legitimately has had the best race of his career to this point. Ran top 3 all race long for the majority of this race. Then all all down to pitch strategy playing into his favor. Curling running provisional P3 right now once green flag stops cycle through. He has really been holding his own with the big dogs up here. With 34 laps to go, Tyler Reddick continues to lead, but the question is, when does he pit? When does Tyler Reddick and the rest of the field pit?
Said to become the legend of the woods with battery life for days from the processor reducing emissions it had.
Supply House, Pro Parts at Pro Speed.
It was established in 1948.
A good time for a long time. All started with two brothers perfected that citrus kick. You got it, Bennett? An American original, tasting great since 40 years.
There it was. The first Great American Getaway. Doing like a sonic boom across history. This country didn't tiptoe onto the world stage. Hell no. We were liberty is loud, baby. On the same. Prove it. Because in this country, you loud, we trust.
Introducing Subway's new fresh value menu. 10 different protein-packed choices all for under $5. With new 6-inch deli mix, $3.99. Protein pockets, $3.99. And a 6-inch sub of the day, $4.99. Always fresh today, always available every single day. NASCAR Content Store. Classified location in San Diego. Buckle up, buddy. We're racing on Midwest Corner. For the first time in NASCAR history.
Yep, next Sunday, NASCAR is headed to the streets of San Diego at the naval base of Coronado. Definitely looking forward to that next week.
Aerial coverage today at Pocono is presented by Goodyear. Born on the track, built for the street. Heading toward 30 laps to go. Reddick still out on the racetrack leading, running 53.7.
And we are back once again as Reddick continues to lead, but I don't think it'll be long as he still needs to make a pit stop. Meanwhile, Carson Hocevar now pits from the 7th position.
Maybe the pressure tire at the end will give volunteering to be aggressive for Marty. Carson Hocevar gives up a top 10 slot Dell Jr. and comes to it for the year. You asked a question a moment ago. The longer they run, the tighter that car gets.
Hocevar with 11.3. Custer's on pit lane now. 11.7. He's down and away. Now Logano's on pit lane.
victory through the checkered flag on Friday.
Good.
I wanted to also compare lap time with Byron and Denny, and like the last lap on the racetrack, Byron just a little bit quicker than Denny, but still about a 3-second difference between the two cars. Christopher Bell, 6th right now.
Yeah, everybody thinks Denny Hamlin, his teammate, is one of the catbird seat here. Pocono with 29 to go. Well, what are Christopher Bell and Adam Stevens picking up? Listen in.
Huh? Stretch it.
Adam Stevens, we're going to quote stretch this thing. Now, Stevens did it with 51 laps to go. That would be a fairly massive stretch. I just checked in with Adam Stevens.
Stretch it?
Can you stretch it?
How is that gonna work?
I think this could just give us some track position. Remember, they go pretty much from
After that great pit stop, Joey Laguna is now jamming to Blackpink.
Everybody at full song, you're going to see 5 O's, 5 1s, even right down there at 4 A's. He is burning some gas, run those laps, but right there in the middle, 5.6, you're going to see Bell. So not quite the 6.0, I think it's the average, but this is just the last 3 laps. So you kind of get it when you can, you find your, kind of pick your moments when you find a car you're catching, you draft a little bit, and you probably figure something different.
Don't check who's in the top 10. I think I just did a few minutes ago. And it's the criminal Cody Ware. It's not going to last long anyway, so. We're on board with Austin Hill right now in the 33 in that very cursed zone car. Mainly because it's the number 33 instead of the 8. Looks so cursed. And here comes the leader, Tyler Reddick, on pit lane, making possibly his final stop of the race. Whoa! Chastain again, a lockup entering the pits. That was a pretty big lockup for Chastain entering the pits there. Reddick's down and away, and Chastain's down and away. The gap is closed just a little bit, but will it be enough to try to catch Hamlin? I don't know.
think about the end of stage one. You know, we're coming down to the end of the stage. Larson's lead. Come up on Casey Mears.
Get out of the way, Logano. Thank you.
Allows the 11 to get by. That's your lock tap of the day.
Thank you.
24 can get up there and make a race out of it. But we just don't know. Denny's really, really smart. Like David Pearson, he's going to push it all as hard as he needs to. Probably got a lot more race cars than he's shown right.
Here's Ty Gibbs on pit lane now. Potential his final stop of the race, and he really overshot his stall there. Almost ran over the hose. That's going to cost him precious time there. 2 tires for Ty Gibbs. Just about overshot his pit stall. My gosh. Is Blaney on pit lane? Grandpa, I had another bad pit stop. Fire the pit crew. Not so fast, Ty. That was on you. You came in way too hot.
And here comes that second place car, Daniel Suarez. He told Ryan Sparks a moment ago, we've made it better in traffic, but I got to keep that turn these final 22 laps again. He did it lap 107.
And that hands the lead over to Christopher Bell, who's trying to stretch this thing. But how will it? But huh? Oh, SVG. Yeah, SVG is saying got way up the racetrack. Watch out! Came across right in front of Josh Berry. What are you doing, SVG? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, way up in the marbles there. Somehow he didn't make contact with the wall. Yeah. Either way, I think SVG is still going to be fine. I think SVG is going to be fine. We're headed to San Diego next week, so congrats on an early win. Yeah, I'll just say that for San Diego, congrats SVG on the win. Calling it right now. Watching very closely for the 20 of Christopher Bell, seeing if he has enough fuel in the tank to try to coast his way back home. Meanwhile, the battle for second is starting to heat up just a little bit as William Byron's trying to close the gap on Denny Hamlin. Yeah, Hamlin's trying to push. Yeah, Byron's trying to get to the back bumper of the 11. Gap is about 0.7 of a second between these two. He's trying. Byron's trying to catch the 11. If Christopher Bell doesn't have enough in the tank to make it, Byron might make something out of it. We'll see.
With Denny Hamlin, I don't believe Byron can drive up there and just get around this 11 by himself. He will need some traffic to muddy the waters a little bit.
Yeah, because right now there is no traffic in between these guys.
It's such a long time in Pocono.
Yeah, there is no traffic in between these guys.
Managed till 9 seconds out front. Christopher Bell. What happened to him last week in the injury, managing the fuel gauge. In fact, behind him, the race for second right now, Hamlin and Byron. Equal lap times the last time by. Check also.
Byron's able to enter into turn 3 a bit lower than Hamlin. Byron much quicker than Hamlin that time. He's in his draft now. 0.2 faster for Byron. He's getting there. He's trying to get there. Now Byron's in Hamlin's draft. He's trying to get the run down the backstretch. I think Byron has the advantage going to turn 3. He's able to enter the corner a bit lower than Hamlin. He's able to turn almost onto the yellow line and try to get the draft going down the front stretch. About equal lap times that time between Hamlin and Byron. Oh, now they're coming up on a lap car right here. Yeah, that's the question. How much fuel is still left in that 20 tank? How much fuel is still left in the 20 in the tank of Christopher Bell? Oh, come on, Cody Ware. Get out of the way, dude. Move it, Cody. Pfft. Move it, criminal. Dang. Yeah, Reddick, he's caught up to Kyle Larson, trying to go for 5th. Yep, there he goes. No contest. No contest right there.
Exactly right. They're starting to again be a little growing confidence here in the 20 camp. They can't make it. It's going to be close. Listen to the radio.
Just keep saving.
Steve has said that about 4 times since that radio transmission. It's going to be close. I need a little bit more, but they have really not shrinking to his teammate Denny Hamlin. You mentioned still 7 seconds with 13 to go.
Well, I've been cheating. Look at the burn up here, and I'm less concerned about the 6.6 seconds as I am that tank. The scuffle fuel behind the driver of the 20.
Imagine Bell wins with a broken wrist. Oh boy. And Bell is stretching the fuel like Kenseth did back in 2015. Yep, and he had enough gas in the tank to do a burnout, too. Oh boy, yep. Fuel remaining 11% for Bell. Hamlin easily by the 10 of Ty Dillon. Yeah, that's the question right now. Does Bell have enough in the tank? All he needs is a damn miracle.
Enough
11 to go.
Is indeed a cheat. Alan Stevens just told Christopher Bell, that's not enough. I need a little bit more. So Steve, you call it. You're noticing it on the 20 as well. Need a little bit more to make it to the end of these final 11 laps.
This is tight right now. This is really, really tight. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Yep. Unfortunately, Brandon Jones isn't going to run in Cup today. Nope. Putting it in clutch? Yeah, that's how. Yeah, Christopher Bell is lifting very early into the corners. He's lifting very early before into turn one. Before entering turn one there. Gap is 4.5 seconds. Four seconds. With less than 10 laps to go, but Hamlin is closing. Are you serious? If Bell runs out, Hamlin's going to win again. Why? But if Bell's able to close it out, I mean, at least it's not Hamlin, but that means I'm going to have to deal with Marcus continuously spamming everywhere about his Christopher Bell pick and continuously spamming everywhere about his win pick. But I think the driver of the day has to go to John Hunter Nemechek. Ran in top 5 all race long. I mean, for the majority of this race because of a different strategy that he played. What Christopher Bell needs is a yellow. I think because the gap is less than 3 seconds.
Kyle Larson started on the front row. This team's been performing lately. You think about what they did. Coke 600 had some good things going at Nashville, a late spin, but they could score in stage points, knocking on the door. And here he is riding 6 today. He's also knocking on the door top 5 in points.
Eric Jones running 7th after coming off a second place finish last week at Michigan. Hamlin, if he wins, I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. Literally. Earlier this year, it was Tyler Reddick who couldn't stop winning the first 3 races. Now it looks as though Hamlin can't stop winning. Like, can someone else win this season? For the love of God, can someone else other than Reddick and Hamlin win a race, please? Second and a half now. A second and a half. There's the gap. Uh-oh. Josh Berry getting out of the way. Here comes Hamlin. The gap is now less than a second. He's there. Gap is less than a second. He's there. Coming to 5 to go this time. Oh boy. Nearly a brake check right in front of Hamlin there. Whoa, look out. And there it goes. Yep. There goes Hamlin. And Hamlin just won this race. Damn it. And Hamlin just won this race. Comes Byron. Yeah, Byron's now coming up to the back bumper of Christopher Bell. It's going to be lifting there. Yep. That was a bit close for comfort there. And there goes another spot lost for Bell as Reddick just got past him. Two to go this time. I swear. Can someone other than Reddick or Hamlin win for once this damn season? Gosh. Why isn't anyone else challenging Hamlin or Reddick? Please. Through turn 3, and Reddick's to the inside of Byron going for second. Yep, Christopher Bell's out of gas. Final lap, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Yep, Christopher Bell tried to stretch it. He's done. And of course, the guys who are about to finish 1-2 are the ones leading the points. Typical. Just freaking typical. Through turn 3, that's going to be his 8th win at Pocono. Yeah, it's safe to say that Pocono is Denny Hamlin's playground. But, damn, man, can someone else win this season? Damn! Damn, man, what is this season right now? Oh my gosh. What the hell, man? It's too typical, man. It's too typical. No, I'm done. I'm done. Have a good day. I'm ending this right now. I'm done. I'm out.